Hey, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because it's not worth it. I asked you guys to send me questions. We can do the question and answer kind of thing on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. But it was all a bunch of bullshit that you sent, and it was all crap. And it was just, they were worthless questions, and you made yourself look like fools. I want you to know that right now. Um, I know that, you guys watch the show and you're supporting me and all that, and I should be grateful, and I am grateful, sort of, but it doesn't take away that I don't like my time wasted, and I don't like to be belittled and made fun of, and this sort of thing. I can't take criticism that very well. Unfortunately, it's sort of like a personal problem of mine, and yeah, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why you answered with the things you answered, and I'm really embarrassed for you that you would, you know, be so lacking in intelligence when you were actually coming up with these things. And I don't really care if you unsub or don't watch the channel anymore or whatever, because I don't need you. I'm going to be. I've got the algorithm. We're working the algorithm now. There's going to be billions of people watching this shit soon, and so the rest of you people on Facebook and all that, your days are numbered, basically. We don't need you that for much longer because there's going to be lots of other people watching this shit. And I'm not going to do a question and answer period with them either because it won't matter what they say because I'll be disabling comments on the videos because it doesn't matter. Nothing you guys say matters. Okay? With that said, let's get to the questions. Okay, Nate, kill that fruit fly and you won't cross into heaven. It's not a question. Okay, so first of all, it's not a question. It doesn't. It reads like a statement. It doesn't have a question mark at the end. And I specifically asked you guys, if you have questions, ask the questions in the comments below. So I'm not going to even address that because it's ridiculous. And you didn't follow my instructions, and you waste my fucking time. Next question: what would Jesus do with that fruit fly? Again, this is like a follow up to the statement that was made, not a question. So it's like answering a question with a question, except you didn't even answer a question with a question. You answered a statement with a question to a question that makes no sense. And so, I don't even know what to say to that. I know you're doing like a joke. You're doing like a joke thing. You're getting a joke thing. I'm not sorry for that, actually. And I don't excuse myself. I hope that you were listening and you were maybe eating something or drinking your coffee, and that noise that I just made, that rude bodily function, that it really bothered you. I hope that's where you're at right now. Okay, how is that we never think... I can't read this. How is that we never think that people standing at the equator are actually sideways on the planet? That's because the equator is bullshit. There is no equator. Their world is flat. They've proven it. There's scientists all on the internet, on Google and on YouTube that have proven the Earth is flat. So the equator doesn't exist. It's a straight path, and then it just keeps going or something. I don't know how it works. I haven't researched it, but I did see a bunch of stuff come up in my feed, uh, along with Jordan Peterson and all these other guys of Ben Shapiro, and then the Earth is flat and all this, and so the Earth is flat. So that question also doesn't make any sense. But thanks, I guess, anyway. Why? That's the question. Why? That doesn't even have a question mark either. So I'm going to actually treat that like a statement because you guys have no grammar. You didn't even capitalize why. It's WHY. There's no capitalization. Your grammar sucks. I know it's because you're Russian or whatever. You don't have a grasp on the English language. But when you come to this country, we all expect that you're going to just figure that out really quick. And because you didn't, unfortunately, you lose today. You lose today because you didn't have a question mark at the end of your sentence. So I'm not going to answer your statement, even though it's might be a language barrier or whatever. I don't. That's not really my problem. I don't have to worry about that. That's a you thing. You've been here long enough. Figure it out. How much fruit could a fruit fly toot if a fruit fly could toot fruit? You'd actually have to go and calculate the size of a fruit fly and then you'd have to, find like I guess an average amount of the mass that it consumes on a daily basis, and then see. You could probably calculate that, but I don't have that answer. I'm not. This isn't a scientific YouTube channel. This is just an entertainment thing. It's just me doing whatever I want, and I'm not a scientist, so I can't answer your question. But I would imagine lots of animals crap a lot, and I crap a lot because of all the bowel problems that I have. So I bet it's probably no different for fruit flies. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? See, he already did that. He already did the question, but in a more interesting way. You followed up with the least interesting variant of the same question. We already have an answer to that, I think, the woodchuck thing. I don't know if we have an answer to the chicken and the egg thing, but I'm pretty sure we figured out the woodchuck question at this point. Minus F for effort, and fuck you. What day did we indulge in our first Nug Fest? This is a realistic question from my friend Brandon. We went to school together. We were in parallel groups with each other. Not best friends. We didn't hang out, but we were palsy a little bit, acquainted, and then we worked together at a fast food restaurant called Taco Time, the best taco place in all of Canada, and we basically frequently raided the cupboards because we were given carte blanche and told we could eat free food. And Brandon and I are what you might call sort of parasitic creatures, and we abused that to the full extent of what was possible, actually. In fact, we would waste food on purpose just to spite our lords and masters of this company. And so Nugfest was a thing we did where we put down like 50 chicken nuggets in the fryer, because Taco Time has chicken nuggets for kids or whatever. I don't know what that's all about. And, oh, you're answering? Yes? Hello?
So there's this theme park thing on Minecraft, and it's...
How rude. I didn't actually teach him to be like this.
Really cool.
Interrupting me in the middle of a video. Sorry, what is it you want? Is it free?
Yes.
You can have it. You can download it. This is the trick. You ask the kid if it's free. Otherwise, your credit card gets charged out the ass like that woman, and she had like a FIFA, and it was like $3,000 she lost, or $30,000 because of her stupid kid. But my kids are smart, and they asked me, can I get this, Dad? Yes. You got to it's not that hard to raise your kids, guys. But anyway, when did we do the first Nugfest? I don't know. I don't remember any of that. It was a blur. I was drunk like 90% of the time, and we were high at work all the time too. And we did get called out for that. I did. I don't think Brandon was, but I was a bad boy, you might say. And then we'd also throw pizza pans under the oven and hide them to piss off the boss because we didn't like him. He was a bit of a weird. He did Reiki, like that bullshit Reiki, like I get your energy. Whatever the fuck that is. And then we would make, I made pizza subs all the time and put rice on them and stuff. We had a substation and a pizza station and the tacos, and you could mix it all up, make some good meals. Better than the fucking shit they have there. Don't go to Taco Time. It sucks. Who's the oldest living thing in Middle Earth? On a side note, whatever happened to the Seven Dwarfs Rings of Power, that would be Tom Bombadil, most likely. Tom Bombadil's sort of beyond time. We don't know how old he is. So that's a hard question to answer. It's a bit of a trick question, actually. Tom Bombadil's kind of eternal. He might represent nature. We don't know. Was he there before Melkor? We don't know. We're not given that information. But I'm going to say Tom Bombadil on this one. And the Seven Dwarven Rings of Power, what happened to the Seven Dwarven Rings of Power? I think the dwarves still have some of them. I know that Thorane, son of Thror, has a ring with him. And I think he gave it to Gandalf, maybe, or I don't remember. I have to watch the movie again. I didn't read the books. They're too big. If you could replace one of your body parts with the corresponding body part of any animal, what would it be? An elephant's trunk, because then you could have another appendage in which to grab things. They can grab things with their trunk. They've got this sort of prehensile, thing on the trunk. They can grab. You can drink water with it. It's like a straw, like a portable straw forever. You always have with you. So thanks, guys, for your questions. I really appreciate you guys chiming in and helping me with this video and asking all these fucking questions that you asked. It was really helpful. Thanks so much. I'll be sure to post this video on the fucking page so you can watch it and everything. Thanks again. Great having you guys. Thank you so much for coming and helping me with the show and all your support. You guys are great. You're not at all a pain in my ass. And I care about each and every one of you. And every day I pray you're not going to get hit by a bus and be painfully eviscerated on the side of the road. And then have the paramedics come and throw up on the scene because it's the guy's first day. He's never seen anything like this before. He's the rookie, and the other guy's like, "Come on, man, it's okay. You're gonna get through this. It'll be all right, buddy." And he goes home to his wife, and he's crying. But then for the rest of his life, he sees it all the time, and he's scarred forever. But most of all, it's because you were careless, and you tried to walk across the fucking road when a bus was driving down the highway. So, and that's exactly what the kind of people asking these kinds of questions would do. That's what I expect. That's the intelligence level I expect from these kinds of inquiries. So thanks again. Thanks so much for the fucking bullshit.